we lost the sun, so I did have to turn the ring light on. So the lighting changed just slightly. I have really been enjoying recording without any lights, but it looks like it's going to rain here at some point.
Yeah.
All right, so Ashley's going to go ahead and tell you her favorite makeup.
Okay, so I'm going to start, I guess I'll just start from the bottom up. And I wear a lot, but it's more that I enjoy it. And it's just funny.
You don't need to explain how much you wear.
Well, no, I know, but it's ironic in that someone said the other day, I was with my dad, and they're like, "Oh, has she always been like this?" I was like, "No, she didn't even used to brush her hair."
No, she didn't brush her hair. She played hockey. I think she was her father's son until her brother was born.
Yeah, so it's just, it wasn't always like this, but I truly enjoy it, which is the difference.
Yeah.
When I get actually time to do my makeup, it's fun. So, so I start off with the LUMIFY, which I found out from you. I mean, I used to use Visine, which is horrible for your eyes.
It really is.
And so for me, I'm dry. My eyes are dry. The weather's bad here with that, so I have allergies. It's the one thing in the morning and then halfway through the day.
It's amazing how well it works. And my eye doctor highly recommended it.
Yep, mine as well. Because after I had done my appointment, I was like, "Is this okay?" And they were like, "Absolutely, it's the one thing we actually recommend." So there's that. Then today, but I can tell it's already a favorite.
Excuse me, you're going to hear Harley. She's getting restless.
Sorry. Today, this is the first time. I've tried it at night, but I tried it under my makeup today, which is the liquid collagen oil from Fit Glow Beauty.
Oh.
Yeah, and I got it from Frisco Beauty, and part of the sale in order to get your gift with purchase.
Yeah.
And I liked it just at night, and I tried it under my makeup today, and it kept my foundation so luminous that I actually had to power down, which is a great thing. Wow. So I really like it, and a little goes a very long way.
Oh, how nice.
So I'm really excited about that.
I do have a code for the Fit Glow Beauty if you wanted to try it. It's for 20% off, and that will be under the video.
Okay. And then on the same train, the Fit Glow Beauty.
Oh, I like
the serum. I will put this on while I'm doing my makeup to try to plump out any little lines that I might have. I wear it at night too, but I'll do it as I'm.
Show it to them, not
So this
me.
is just the clear serum.
I'm well aware.
This is the clear night serum, but I'll actually put it on when I'm doing my makeup, and I think it helps just kind of plump before you do your lips at the end. And then for foundation, I also had watched some reviews on this, didn't really know how I felt about it, and then waited for you. And I had tried it first also and put too much on, and that is the difference.
Oh, hot mess.
Yeah, it goes from awesome to horrible in 2 seconds.
In a split second.
And because I like foundation and I like the cover on the evenness, it's easy, but when you do less and you trust that by the end it's going to look great, it really does. Yeah. So I mix 3N Ivory Beige and 1W2 Sand. It's the Estee Lauder Futurist Rescue.
I do find that I can wear 3W on its own, but if I try to use any of the other colors that are doable for me, I do have to mix.
Yeah.
I do have. They do have a wide range of colors.
No, and they're great, and I like that these are very like olive based. The warms, they're not orangey, so I really like that.
Yeah, and they're not real yellowy.
No, which is great. I just like to mix because depending on my self tan, it allows me to customize my shade.
Is that what you have on your face right now? It's beautiful.
No, thank you.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, everything I have on is
it's
what
gorgeous.
we're talking about.
Okay, what's up next?
Same thing with concealers. I use 2 depending, and then I'll sometimes mix them, and it's the DIOR Forever Skin Corrector.
Now, I haven't tried these.
I really like it.
Yeah.
I feel like it provides a decent amount of coverage. It's somewhat hydrating, but not to where I feel like hydrating can like slip in the cracks and make them a lot worse. I really like them.
But too dry can also.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just so you have to find that middle ground.
You do. And that's why it's a very personal thing, concealer.
Yeah,
it definitely is. What works for her may not work for me.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Same thing.
Yeah, and you'll see these, everyone, it's so awesome, great reviews, and then you try and you're like, oh, am I trying the same product? Because
yeah.
So I really like that. And then...
And what colors are you wearing? You should probably tell them that.
Yeah, so it's 2W and 15N.
I'll give a swipe while you're telling. Okay, this one here is, what is this
one?
The
2W.
This is the 2W. And let's go ahead and put what is this one?
The 1.5N.
Oh, this is much lighter. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, you'll be able to see definitely that this one carries more pink to it than the other. Okay.
But from what I've seen and what people say for an aging eye, like it's always better to lean warmer than anything else.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So
because if it puts even a slight white cast, it's going to age you, definitely. So for me, this would even probably be too light. I would probably have to go to the next one, which may be too warm, and then I'd have to blend. But anyway, they look like they're nice consistency.
They really are, and they blend out easily. You've got a little bit of wiggle room to where they don't dry so fast that you have to work really fast. So
yeah,
I like those. And then, while this looks scary, it is amazing, and I think that it does such a great job. And it's the Pat McGrath. Is the under eye powder, and I do use the lightest shade, which is ghostly white
I have
looking.
to tell you though, I have this product, and I bought the medium, and it's too dark. This one here, when she said she had the light, and I put it on, it almost disappears.
It does.
So it really...
It doesn't leave any, and I've taken like the flash test. It doesn't flash back. It just kind of disappears. And what I like about it is therefore it doesn't alter the concealer color.
Yeah, very nice. So that's the Pat McGrath Labs.
Yep. So I really like that. And it's not the cheapest thing in the world, but at the same time, I've had this since it came out.
Yeah, it's quite a bit.
But I mean, it's pretty hard pressed to where I'm not made even a dent in it.
Yeah, and really for underneath the eyes, you really don't need
the amount you're using. I mean,
unless you're trying to do the YouTube, guru tutorial.
Oh, baking.
Where I mean, they waste so much product. But
that's another video. I have real cake under my eyes, so that's the problem.
Yeah, that's another video.
Yeah, and so then I have just really lightly, with a really big powder brush, I'll use a setting powder, and I've been using the Kogan Joe Natural Lighting Powder. And this is, I think it's just a universal color. It's not necessarily light, but it doesn't change the color of the foundation.
Oh yeah, I would say this is universal. That's what it looks like. Take a little bit on my finger here.
It's just the slightest bit of radiance, but it's so finely milled.
It is. Oh, I'm going to have to try this. You know that I love my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Genius powder, which is around here someplace. But I may have to give that a try. That's the Kojendo?
And it has no smell.
Yep.
So.
Oh, I'm going to have to give that a try.
Yeah,
I know that's pricey.
It is, but with
you get a lot.
Yeah, for how much you get and how much you use, it's.
Yep.
I mean, I'll probably never go through this. So.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
And then for bronzer, this is a new one I've been using for a couple weeks now, and I almost didn't buy it because on the website it looks so orange and so like reddish, and I don't like a really reddish bronzer. But when it came, the color, it's not. But when I got it, it was gorgeous, and just like the powder, it blends out like a dream. So it's the Charlotte Tilbury Air Brush Bronzer, and this is in the 2, so this is the second shade up. But the light would have been way too light, so I was afraid, but then this is the perfect color, and I can go in really, I mean, I love bronzer. I think it's the one thing that saves a makeup look sometimes. But, and I hate that look, even though people will carve out where you can see that definite, I like more of a diffuse look, and it really allows you to, it just kind of blends it right in.
I'm going to order this now. I was a little afraid for that reason. So that's the number 2. Really nice. No, I know a lot of people are ordering all the colors because
it's so hard to see and understand what's going on the website.
But that really...
I mean, and there's a big gap too between some of the colors, so it's like I don't really... That one's too dark or that one's too light. The lightest one almost looks like it would be a face powder. So
that's great. Okay.
Yep, love that.
See, I'm shopping here too, my friends.
And then for blushes, these were a surprise for me, and I saw this.
I haven't seen these.
Yeah, and so I haven't used Almay since I was probably in like high school. But these Meet the Hue blushes that they have.
They're from Almay.
For Almay.
Right.
Got them at the drugstore, got them from CVS, and the So Peachy and the Berry. And I'll tend to go for like a neutral peachy sort of blush. But during the summer when you're a little, more bronzed up, there's something about this almost like reddish sunburn sort of blush.
These are nice.
I know. And
these are very,
they're
very
incredibly
nice.
pigmented.
Yeah,
like a little goes a long way.
Very, very pretty. Let me see this one. Put it on. Oh, these are really nice. I'm going to get some of these.
And I want to say they have probably like 6 colors.
These are the Healthy Hue Blush.
Yep.
Okay, we're getting some of those.
I really like those,
very
and the price
pigmented.
I'll wrap that up. The price is really good. And then when I'm not using, before I started using the Charlotte Tilbury, I was using the Fenty bronzer, and I have 2 of them as well, depending on the time of year. In the winter months, I'll use, I think what you had is Shady Biz.
Business. Shady Biz, something like that, yeah.
So when I am a little bit more tanned in the summer, I will use Private Island, which has a nice...
that's Private Island.
More of a summer, a little darker hue, and I like that.
It definitely is.
But without being too red or, you know, orange looking.
So that is that one on there. Okay.
So that's that if I'm not using the other. Then I will move on to eyes. And I have 2 palettes that I use together and another that I'm currently using. I think I have all 3 on my eyes right now, depending on...
Oh, she can't do that in videos. If she wants to really help you guys out, we have to stick to one palette, don't we?
No. The only thing I have on this one is the base color, and I'll show you why. Because these are great, really warm, like transition shades, but there's not necessarily some... I always lay down... I find that
with Charlotte Tilbury that there's not enough in the shadow.
Yeah. So for me, I always like to lay down, even if I put a primer on, just a base, very light color, so everything kind of blends more. So this is the So Jaded palette by ColourPop and Kathleen Lights. I just like that.
Oh, this is Kathleen Light? Okay.
So I,
ooh, one fell out. Well, that's okay.
I traveled with it, so that's probably my fault. But I just like it because you can kind of go crazy with some colors where you have like a little pop of color, but this entire top row is incredibly neutral. So for me, it's light, it's easy to travel with. I can still even throw it in my bag for work.
To be young. Yes, to be young, my friends, to be young and be able to wear all these colors again.
Yeah, so that's more though, I mean, to be honest, that's my everyday if I'm going out for all the times I go out.
Yeah, she's a big partier.
So much. Maybe to the mailbox, but that's about it nowadays. But no, so for work, these are my 2 go-tos, and they're the 2 Charlotte Tilbury palettes. It's the new Desert Haze.
Okay.
Because I do like a warm look. I think it helps the eyes really pop.
Yeah.
And then this, if I want a little bit of shimmer, because that's all matte, I'll use the Exaggerize.
So you have this over, because you do have a pretty shimmer going on. So that's nice.
So I'll lay down almost the entire eye with this, with the transition color and under the lash line, and then depending on, I'll just literally take my finger and just press in the pop.
Yeah. Very nice. This would be for me.
Yeah. And then this one, I mean, this is the one that I think they have on the supermodels for... Victoria's Secret, where it's supposed to make your eyes look bigger and brighter.
Right.
So, and then in the eye...
Oops. I'm just getting this out of your way.
So for me, then I'll do my eyeliner after my eyes. I just line my top waterline with black. That way I don't have to worry about... I used to wear liquid liner, but it's so hard and it takes time. This I just quickly throw under and hope that it kind of... deepens up the lash line.
Going without the liner opens the eye up.
Yeah.
You tight line. You have to tight line.
I just tight line the inside. That's all I do.
If you don't tight line and you don't wear a liner, you might look a little tired. But if you tight line and you really build your lashes up, I've never worn liquid liner.
Yeah, and I look back at pictures and I feel like it closes off the eye. It really does.
It does.
But because you're going in like on your waterline, inside your eye, I tried this Ilia because it is an all-natural line, and I do really like it. I don't think it really transfers down. And
I don't see any transfer.
No, which a lot of them will do, but it gives just enough. And it makes me feel better if I'm putting it on the inside of my eye that it is a clean line. So I like that. Okay. And then after I tight line that top line, I will go in and do my mascara. What I will do is I will go in with a primer first, because I think even to get the full benefit of the REVITALASH, the primer, I mean, I did it today. I did one eye and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at the difference. So I will use typically the L'Oreal Luminous Lash Paradise, and you can tell when it's there, the one with the pink lining around it is the primer.
And when you open it up, you guys all know this, it's just the pink. And I actually have my lashes primed with this as well. I just think it makes a world of difference.
It really does. And then for me, this is a great deal. I think it's like less than $5. This Essence Lash Princess False Effect Mascara, you can get it on, I got mine on Amazon. I tend to like a fluffier brush, but this one still has that like older school
I
brush.
like an old spoolie.
But what I like is that it tapers in on the inside, because for me, when they get longer, I'll always hit, and then this really helps you, especially getting the bottom ones too. So I like that tapered effect on the end.
And who is this again?
The Essence.
Oh, I hear people talk about this.
Yeah, and it's literally under $5.
Oh, yeah. Okay, but you order it on Amazon?
Yeah, I think it comes.
stores?
No, you can. I've gotten it at
okay.
CVS, but
Okay.
I tend to shop it almost exclusively online.
Yeah, and she has an Amazon store now. So anything that she loves is in her Amazon store, and I'll link that below for you. So if you want to go and see what other things she loves that may not have been mentioned, because she finds a lot of good things on Amazon, you can just go and shop her store.
Yeah, I try to on the weekend spend my time with Jace, so I can't tell you the last time I've been to the mall or a store.
Well, he doesn't want to be in the mall.
No, right. So I do everything.
Toy store.
And my dad jokes like I think the mailman must think there's something wrong when a box doesn't come, but it saves me a lot of time.
Ours, when he delivers, Lou will go out to the truck and he goes, I don't have anything from Mama.
Yeah. Like I think my neighbor across the street even goes, oh, another good day. I'm like, well.
All right, are you finishing up here?
Yep, and then so I'm almost done. So then I'll do the lashes, and then I'll do my brows. I do them last because they're my least favorite thing to do, just because I'm not very, like,
well,
I overplucked a lot when I went from not plucking at all.
You were the decent brow.
Well, it's because I really worked on letting them grow back. You were actually the first person to ever pluck my eyebrows when I was younger, because again, I didn't care. And then I was in the 90s though, and so I overplucked, and I have that really lovely comma situation going on. So I use a combination of products to try to make them look fuller. And so I really like this Hourglass, the Arch, and I use Platinum Blonde, only because...
So it has a real fine point.
Because
Oh, I see that.
It's slanted, but also micro.
It is.
And so you can really actually get like hair-like strokes.
Hair-like strokes. Oh, yes.
And because I do really light, because I have to fill them in so much, that way it avoids them getting too dark.
Yeah.
And then I have been using, which I really enjoy, is this Glossier, the Boy Brow, and I just bought it in the combination. So that's the Brow Flick.
Okay.
And it's like a liquid, but again, you can get these like really good flicks. I use that up front because you will literally be able to almost make the front ones look like real
you almost
hairs.
can't see them. You see them there? Yeah.
But that's what I like, is that it gives you just a little bit without being too much. And then I'll go in with this, which is like a brow fiber.
You got to have a brow.
Yeah, and it's got a fiber, which it'll leave it and let it kind of just fill in the rest, and you're good to go, and it keeps them in place. And then, just really quickly, I'll take I always buff at the end because I tend to go, especially not wearing glasses when I do my makeup. I can't necessarily see. I'll go in with an all-over sort of glow powder to buff everything in, make sure there's no harsh lines, and I've been loving the YSL.
I like this too.
Yeah, and it's a universal color.
I actually have it on my cheeks. I just buffed my cheeks with it, but it's really beautiful.
Yeah, and
you used to use the Hourglass to do finishing.
So I still have that, and then this is the Hourglass, and this is Dim Light. I really like that as well. They're very similar. This, I just feel like the color's a little softer, and I just really like it.
What finish do you like? Which one do you like as far as finish?
I think the YSL, it gives a little bit more glow. Like one of the girls at work complimented, and she's like, God, your skin's like glowing. And I was like, all it was that. It was that when I went over with everything. So, and then I will set everything with a setting spray. My favorite is the Morphe. I really like actually the Jeffree Star version. It smells like strawberries.
I have it too. Doesn't smell like strawberries.
This one. I'll just spray it all over, and then I will actually take my the SONYA KASHUK sponge, and I will blend around like the edges and just kind of make sure I feel like it helps everything kind of also just melt in. And then a lipstick. I'm usually nude lip all day, every day, but I wanted to kind of go outside my comfort zone, especially for taking pictures for like Instagram and things, to where nudes don't necessarily always show up that well. And I figured, let's just go with it. I'm already wearing wigs, so might as well.
Talk about the wig last.
Might as well really go out there. And so this is the color Puffin. It's really, really.
And the brand is Christian
Adet. It's really, really bright. But I really like it, and it comes across. If you do just one layer, I feel like you don't even appreciate the color. I really layer it on, and then you get that sort of orangey coral color.
Yeah, but like I said, it's not going to be for everyone.
No.
I mean, I actually have something very similar in color, but I have on the Spark from Fit Glow Beauty. It's almost the same color. It's not as orange, but this is really That is some...
It is something, but I really like it.
That's some potent orange. And she does, and she looks good in it. And her boss liked it, too.
Yeah.
And he's an old... How old is your boss?
70.
He's in his 70s? Yeah, and he... Oh, I like that one. He probably bought her a tube of it. He liked it.
No, it was that... I think it's just because I wear nude so often, it was like... It makes you look automatically made up.
Yeah.
Like more done, so.
Yeah. Yeah. So is that it?
I think that's probably good.
All right, so what we're going to do, because this video is so long, I'm going to do another video where I talk about my favorites, and Ashley actually has a couple of other favorites that she can share, but I don't want to take this video too long. So, and if you haven't already subscribed, I would love to have you as an ageless beauty. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and right next to it is the bell that will notify you through your email of all the videos that I am putting up, so you won't miss one crazy thing, not one. Until the next time, my friends, go out in the world and be happy, healthy, beautiful, and most of all, my friends, lovable. I love you all. Bisous. Say bye.
Bye.